What is up, guys? In today's video I have another Inside the Mind style video where I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful and informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below one weapon you hope to see return in Chapter 4. We are very close to the start of Fortnite Chapter 4, and with that we'll likely bring a new loot pool. We might get entirely new weapons. We did in Chapter 3. At the start of Chapter 3, every weapon in the game, I believe, was brand new to Chapter 3. Maybe we'll see that again. But I think it's also possible we see some old weapons returning. And I personally would really like to see the pump shotgun. So we're going to be landing mid-map here like I just did. So we get the guaranteed shockwaves. And I actually had a way better drop than everybody, so we were able to get this range AR as well. Oh no, someone just landed up here, and I think they got a shotgun. Oh my gosh. How did I kill that guy? The Evo Chrome shotgun was like perfect for that fight. The music is so loud here, I can't even hear myself like thinking. But I was saying, landing here is really nice because you get the guaranteed shockwaves. If you're good at landing, you'll usually outdrop a lot of people in this area, and then you could potentially pick up some free kills on gliders. And with this area being the middle of the map and there being a balloon here as well as launch pads, you just like quickly can get anywhere you want within the map and kind of just not really deal with early game. The only downside is if you don't spend much time looting here, you're probably not going to get a lot of ammo unless you get like a key or something. You can open the vault down there. But I feel like oftentimes in a spot like this, you can get in situations where you really don't have that much loot off spawn. But once you're able to get a kill or two, usually have loot from that. Or if you just get keys, you can open vaults. Got a crown, but I already had one, so we do not need that. Nice, got a hammer here. We actually have really good loot. Somebody down here shooting. This might be a AI. They're just like sitting in the water. There's somebody close under me. Or not. It sounded like one of the bullets hit over here, so I didn't know if they shot that. Can I have my hammer back, please? We'll just go pad over there. GG's. Not much that person can do there. That is the nature of Fortnite. You either third party or get third partied. Especially early game. So we still don't have any keys. Which ideally I would like to have 2 keys and then just go open that vault that's outside of Coney. I think what I'm going to do is launch pad to over here and then fly to Coney. And then hopefully by cleaning up that area, we can maybe get some keys and then open up that vault and get chug splashes. Even if we aren't able to open the vault, there's coolers in this area that we can hopefully get our chug splashes from. See a player on this chrome roof there. They don't seem to see me. They do now for sure. They should at least. This man's got the Cypher PK skin. GG's. One key. Because we can also check the hollow chest here. And see if we can maybe get a good prime shotgun. I love these hollow chests, man. I've talked about this in like several videos, I feel like. But I love these vaults and hollow chests. Of like all the things that they added in Chapter 3. This is one thing that I definitely do not want them to get rid of. And it sinks because we've only had it for 1 season. So, I mean, if they do decide to not bring it into Chapter 4, we'll just have had 1 season with these vaults and hollow chests the way they are. The player under me, I heard them zip up. I thought they went all the way to the top. I do not want to be in the trash. He's in this bathroom, I think. The goo gun is so underrated for that. We're getting third partied and like nothing is loaded in my inventory, so I wanted to see if we can get on this balloon. Maybe he doesn't chase hard enough. We'll see. So if he was like really aggro on me, I would have wanted to zip up to the balloon because a lot of players don't know about the mantle trick. And so that is like free time for you to like reload or heal if you're fighting around any of these balloons. But he played that really weirdly. Also, I feel like one of the really underrated things about the goo gun is just using it to remove walls and stuff. Like that player was camping that bathroom. We could go in there and kind of like 50-50 them, but we could also just goo them and then force them to have a fight that they're not ready for. And odds are, like this isn't always the case, but odds are if someone's playing that slow, it's because they're not comfortable fighting. And if you put them in a situation where they're reacting to things like that, probably not going to go well for them. Let's open this vault up. Dang, we are not getting splashes at all. I'm trying to check this area while the door opens because I feel like it's so loud in that vault you can never like hear anybody coming. All these chest noises. Okay, we get a gold prime. Not bad. That is going in the wrong slot. Can I please have this? Thank you. Okay, we got 4 chug splashes. Nice. What I was going to say is I can go fly over there. I guess we still can. I was going to say I don't need to. But had I not gotten splashes from the vault, or had I only gotten 2 splashes from the vault, I would have tried to fly over here and check these cooler spawn over here. I was just going to forego that since we got 4, but I saw somebody over here. I don't know where they went, though. Yep, I tagged them one time and they just disappeared. We can just go to the gas station. And basically what you want to do this season if you want to get fights is just go to the balloons. There's always people coming to the balloons, and even like, let's say I go over here and there's just no one here. Okay, cool. Then we could just fly away and we could just cover so much area and see so much area while we're gliding that you're sure to find fights. But just like kind of the natural traffic of this season, I feel like is all between like the balloons. Don't see anybody in Rocky Reels. There's a player on this vault here. Another player just pulled up as well. This player that pulled up might not know we're here. So we might just get really ideal third-party timing here. Perfect. That could not have worked out better. Open this, I guess, but there's not really much for me to benefit. Oh, I actually took damage there. What the heck? Or have I not been full HP this whole time? I'm confused as to why this person is using the campfire. They're like full white. I thought they were going to be like scuffed when I saw them using the campfire. Imagine they just didn't even know what it did. Like I said, if you can't find anybody this season, go to the balloon. Surely there's somebody there. This is Rocket League car. I wonder how much HP it has while it's chromed. Oh, there's a chrome blob player here. That's why I don't think the chrome is that great of mobility. I always have people like comment like, oh, you don't respect the chrome enough, but like, oh my gosh, that was bad. I thought he was going to keep pushing me. But I feel like for the most part, the chrome blob does not stop somebody from shooting at you. Like, it's really easy to track players while they're in the chrome blob, in my opinion. And oftentimes when you first hit them, it's like they get knocked into that animation where they're exiting the blob. And it's just really awkward. Like, it is nice from getting from point A to point B if you're not in a fight. But if you're, like, actively in a fight, I really don't think it's that great of mobility. That guy almost killed me there. That was bad. I like, switched to my shotgun thinking he would kind of, like, get closer. And then we'd be able to tag him for, like, at least 100. But he just straight took the AR fight out in the open. I didn't think he would take the AR fight like that because there was, like, no cover for him at all. I don't know. If I was in his position, I would have tried to, like, keep closing the gap. Because as you saw, he had early tags, but like an AR fight where one player has cover and the other doesn't, I feel like more often than not it's going to go in favor of the player that has cover. But, I mean, maybe we just survived because I had a gold hammer, honestly. We were really weak there. That might have been one of the few situations where, like, AR rarity actually made a decent impact. We can shockwave goo this person. Alrighty then. They just, like, completely ignored me. I'm confused right now. He should still be under me somewhere. I don't think he's either of those players that are fighting on the mountain, but I don't hear him at the same time, which is odd. I don't know if I want to like stick around and try to get shots on this or just go about my day, because like my position to fight this is not the best. What the heck? That doesn't count. Someone just shotgunned somebody over here. Okay, this is the person we were looking for. They just like completely ignored me when I tried to shockwave goo them. I could have tried to goo him again there, but I just like did not feel comfortable using it against him. His movement was so weird. It's like hard to fight someone that just like straight up ignores you, because like I feel like so much of how you fight, at least how I fight, it's based on prediction, and when people just like completely ignore you, that is not what I'm planning for. Someone just killed somebody over here. I don't know where this gets me. Oh, this is perfect. That person had a crown. I mean, I guess that fight was pretty unplayable with them with the goo gun. Launch pad thing, whatever that thing was that sent me this direction. I feel like he probably had no audio on me doing that. We have 7 opponents left. Kind of want to get out of Tilted, because even with my new PC, my frames are terrible. I've talked about that in a video before where I said like Chrome Tilted would be terrible for frames. And then like people commented and were like, Tilted isn't bad for frames. What are you talking about? My PC has a 3080 and a Ryzen 7 3800X, I think. I just got it yesterday. And even now my frames are dropping so badly in Tilted. Like it's as new as it can be, and it's got like really good specs, 32 gigs RAM. Plus CPU and GPU, like I said. And even then, my frames are down bad in Chrome Tilted. Just not meant to be. But luckily we don't have very much longer left with the Chrome. So that's good. We have like, I think 15 or 16 days as I'm recording this. Very, very close to the event and the end of Chapter 3. The end of this season. And hopefully the end of the Chrome. Imagine we load into Chapter 4 and half the map is still chromed again. It's like Fortnite Chapter 4, the Chrome 1. And it's entirely Chrome. Everyone's just phasing through every wall all the time. We only exist as Chrome blobs. That would truly be a nightmare. That would truly be a better Fortnitemares update. Or I mean, it would be a more frightening Fortnitemares update than what we got this season. I don't know what I want to do with myself. I'm confused as to where these players are. The Loot Lake? I'm concerned I'm just going to land in this bush and there's going to be somebody here and we're going to get into an awkward fight. It's not worth. 1 tag of overshield damage on that player. Oh, this zone is horrendous. This zone is a peninsula. And like 75% water. I feel like this is a zone that you really benefit from late rotating into. Like, endgame is so situational that it's hard to talk about things sometimes. But I feel like a zone like this, there's nothing that you control. And then you just kind of have like a huge advantage, and you probably win as a result of controlling that, you know? Like if this tower was in zone, whoever controls this tower would have a pretty big advantage. But this zone is just mostly open nothingness. And so like rotating early and controlling that early doesn't really benefit you. And you run the risk of being the only person that really rotates early, and then everybody else just rotating into you. And then you just like constantly like have to fight people. And like, even if you kill the person you're fighting, you probably just end up getting third partied because everyone's going to rotate into you. So I feel like a zone like this that just has nothing worth controlling, you're kind of best off just like late rotating and hoping to be the last person to get involved in the fight. Because like a situation like that where it's just like a chain reaction of third parties, I feel like just whoever gets involved last wins, unfortunately. And you have a lot of zones that play out like this sometimes in zero build. Because just like where the zone is on the map is a really big impact on how the game plays. Look, we were able to throw those cow catchers. I don't know if any of them made it in, but we at least have a little cover while we're like straggling out here. I doubt there's a player in that bush because that supply drop is there. Maybe they just have like a million IQ and they decided to like not get the supply drop to not alert anybody to their presence. But I feel like very few players have that sort of self-control. Unfortunately, the loot lake house is in zone, and for some reason I didn't realize that. That might have been something worth controlling. There's a guy in the attic. He's like right there. But at the same time, if he doesn't get zoned, getting out would suck. But it's easier for him to get out, I would say, than to get to it yourself. Like if he had shockwaves, like if he shockwaves from the top there, he'd be in zone. What the heck is this player doing? It's also weird sometimes in zero build endgame. Because like what I consider late game for zero build isn't even necessarily like late game. Like the zone isn't hitting super hard because I think that player was not in zone. Or they were just on the border of it. But like zone is only hitting for like, oh, it's 8 hitting for 8 now. It's probably hitting for 5 less zone. But it's in build mode. Like once the zone is small enough to be considered endgame, like zone is hitting for like 10. And so it's like a real problem. But like people can sometimes like straggle in the storm in zero build. And sometimes that could be a good play because like I said, so much of it's just timing. So we have one player on that roof there. They probably shockwave in. If they didn't have mobility, they probably would have left already. Maybe they don't have mobility though. Well, I would have liked to have hit some of those shots, but that's not meant to be. I don't know where the other player is, but they're probably not on my side of zone. Yikes. This bubble might be good for me. They were both coming from the loot lake house. I hope this has enough time for me to reload the goo and then we just shockwave goo. GG's. I was like, got in a spot and forced him to wide peek there, and we had him weak enough to where he's dead. And if he didn't peek, then I could have just like sprayed through the tree and killed him because we made the tree one hit. I would have liked to have killed the tree with the goo, but it just didn't happen. I was just slightly short on that. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this, found it helpful, informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Comment down below what you hope to see in Fortnite Chapter 4. We are getting so close. Each and every day we are getting closer to Fortnite Chapter 4 and a whole new Fortnite experience. And that is super exciting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm going to have so many helpful, useful vids coming out when Chapter 4 drops.